There's a couple of issues that are close to my heart. One is the protection of unborn babies from just being destroyed by adults. And the other is the protection of vulnerable people, mainly women, but not just women, in domestic abuse situations. Those are two things that I care about. I've had experience around and talked to people in those situations. There's a huge bill, a really good bill, I think, going through Parliament to protect more people from domestic abuse and violence. Tacked onto that has been a part of that which is about allowing abortion to a very late stage. I've suddenly got two things that I care about that aren't working together in a bill that is going through our government. I never want to condemn anyone who chooses to abort a baby. There's no condemnation from me for anyone, really. But I fundamentally believe that if we're going to allow abortion, that one of the biggest things that I would just want for everyone is that you never do it to a child past 12 weeks. There's no reason to wait that long. It's very rare that people don't know they're pregnant later than 12 weeks. And at, early 20 weeks now, we're having babies survive who are born prematurely as medicine advances. So how, we can have abortion post the stage at which there's a viable child, I don't understand. But I desperately want to see us change our law and protect the vulnerable adults who are abused by their partners. And it but thinking about, people I know, some people I know really care about domestic abuse, and some people I know really care about abortion as issues. But they're two different groups. I feel, somebody who fights for both things. There must be more of us, but I meet people who are passionate about one or the other. And this honest to God thing we talked about, the tagline before this thing is about the power of conversation. And I was just thinking, why don't those people talk to each other? And it's because both of those positions come with a whole load of expectations of what you believe. If you believe this, you've got to believe that as well. If you're, most of the people who I agree with on abortion are politically to the right. Most of the people I agree with on domestic violence are politically to the left. So those groups can't talk to each other about how we go forward with those two things together. That doesn't make any sense. We put ourselves in boxes and bubbles and situations and describe ourselves with titles and, I'm a this, I'm a that. There's too much identification with a particular thing, which then puts you in a box and stops us communicating with other people and learning and growing and sharing ideas. Now, the two issues that I've talked about may not be things on your radar. Maybe they should be. Look them up. But how can we open our circles, converse with people who are not like us, and listen and learn and share understanding without all our baggage of who we are and our judgment of the other person? So often at the moment, it's like all insert name are scum. It's just label, dismiss, label, dismiss. What if we don't label? What if we don't dismiss? What if we have a conversation? What's stopping you? Come back to me.